EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be our visitors taking on our home team. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to show out in front of the home fans as they try to send them home happy. Just about time to rock as Toe gets ready to meet leather. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller. Now it is fourth season in the NFL.
His ability to adjust on the fly is almost unmatched in the game right now because it leads to a couple of snaps per game where you just sit back and ask yourself, how did he pull that off? Opponents can practice and prepare each and every week all they want. But this guy, he is hard to corral.
Off the RPO, he completes it. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Complete to number 83. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd.
They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And that will come the offense as they take over. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by a young man getting the start here in week 1. A big test for their rookie quarterback.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night. And by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out wide to Humphries. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends. And he's going to be touched down right at the line of scrimmage.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
Back to throw. Johnson. And he comes back with one complete. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll go with a keeper. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. It's a gain of a yard. And that'll be good enough for the first. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Off play action. Johnson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for him.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning. And a loose football. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. They'll run for the first time with it. And he loses the football a second time. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And they'll begin here with a run by Brown. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. Now a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 33-yard line.
They'll run with Allen. That one a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
He gets it to Humphreys. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Johnson. And his throw is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Johnson. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Back to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this out to Genty. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
Out of bounds at the 38-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Kenneth Grant able to take him down. It's a loss of 3. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them, because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Result is a 1st down.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Jennings. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 47.
A run out of the gun with Genty. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end.
Another 1st down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the 2nd quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now a first carry for their fullback. And a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Genty is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw here. They'll try and set up the screen to Genty. Touchdown! Ashton Genty, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys have taken the lead. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. A 10-play drive that time. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. A last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now Johnson throwing to start the drive. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 39.
Looking to throw. Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
And a 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They'll look to throw again. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. An inside give, Brown. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd and 4. He gets this one to Burks. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. This is Brown going up the middle. Oh, what a move. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Well, we've talked about it before. You know, this jet sweep, something a lot of teams like to run nowadays, and this one winds up in the end zone.
And it is all about creating different ways to get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And wasn't it interesting that prior to this game, the head coach told us, I saw this sitting at my chair watching a Tuesday night college game and decided to implement it myself.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Their quarterback in this offense heading back out to the field. He had the short touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll begin again here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Short throw caught by Bowers. So the completion good for just 3. And that will bring up 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Genty. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Complete to number 2, Ashton Genty. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
But they've certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll set up to throw. He'll find Genty out of the backfield. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. What a nice read and play by the defensive tackle. Never bought the play-action fake. Went right for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Quick hitch, complete. It's Brown. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll try and start this drive in the air. In trouble, and he's taken down. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7 our score. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Now 3rd down and 7. Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And well done here. That one will kick out of bounds at about the 8-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time. Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver, complete. He may go. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there. 91 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly. So much for playing it safe. I mean, a conservative, easy call. Run the football, take care of it, create some space, punt the ball away. But no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back. And sometimes they get burned that way. And they got burned there. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. That's complete. Genty out of the backfield. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Here's A.J. Cole now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the home team's offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Johnson. That's taken in by Presley. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
37-yard line.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Back to throw again. To the sideline and incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Back to throw. Johnson. Now throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away.
They'll take over.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. He's going to let it go deep for Mitchell. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So halftime straight ahead, and that means we go to Scott Hanson. It is our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Our
Scott,
journey
take it
through
away.
the NFL starts now. In Tampa, the Buccaneers at home to take on the Panthers in the NFC South. And this is the running back. He's going to take it in, 18 yards away. It's a touchdown. The Panthers come away with the victory on the road in the season opener.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. This offense ready to go to begin this 3rd quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And, oh, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Out
of the gun now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. Well, they picked up right where they left off from the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's a gain of 10. Results in a first down.
On play action, they'll throw. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And, oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. He'll get this out to Genty. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think you would agree. Just a good decision right there. Goes for the safe play. Gets some yardage out of it.
And showed some toughness as well. As you noted, he stayed right in there. Solid rush was coming. Hung in there, took the hit, dumped it out to the outside, and now they pick up some yardage, and you have a back that's grateful to you and will continue to make plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
And a first down.
Up the middle, it's Genty. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
29-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the zone read, a give to Genty. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 49 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
A gain of 7.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first carry here for their running back. That's some good hard running there as he'll push his way forward for about 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, if there was any thought that this thing might turn around for this offense in the second half, I think those thoughts pretty well dashed after that interception return there.
It just has not been a good outing for this unit whatsoever. There's no other way to say it. They've been overmatched, haven't performed to the level that they've needed, and that throw there is just going to contribute to this game getting out of hand.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll try and run it here. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Makes the score. Our home team 28. Visitors 7.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. And they turned the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized a little bit on top.
And great field position coming up as he gets this just shy of the 45, out of bounds at the 44. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and made him a real weapon in the passing game. And oh, he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. And he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Finding room at midfield. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll try to pick it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Here's A.J. Cole now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have picked up right where they left off in half number 1, just looking really dominant, extending this lead.
And it's fun to see when teams actually do that, because so many times you go into the half after playing well, and you kind of relax a little bit. We've got this. We can kind of punch the button whenever we get good and ready. But for a team to keep the intensity and keep the execution up and come back after the half and play so well, that's actually really, really nice to see.
And a pedal to the metal. That's what we're seeing right now. It's caught. Humphreys. Here comes 3rd down and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And yet again, it's Humphreys.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another 1st down there.
And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Running right, here's Brown. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that will extend their lead even further.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
He'll keep it himself.
And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4.
And they'll run the option on 3rd and short yardage.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll set up a throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw.
They'll try and set up the screen to Genty.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
To number 2, Ashton Genty. That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
Now back to throw.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be. And now it's 4th down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. Oh, my goodness. He was in his own zip code, but somehow could not look it in. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 9.
Operating from the gun, Johnson. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the 1st, right around the 42. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is taken at the 15. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Short throw caught by Bowers.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throwing the slant pattern here, complete.
And the 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete.
From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
Those big ends don't really care what the play call is. Big pass, RPO, handoff, whatever. Their job, get behind the line of scrimmage every play and run down whoever has the ball. Mission accomplished there.
He'll try and do this himself.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal.
They'll try to punch it in with Genty.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete.
And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. Now this likely a must-have. 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown! A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are able to close that gap just a bit.
Well, this opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but, yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward. You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped them in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And it looks like this one won't work out. Hands team able to secure the football.
By the Hands team.
This offense making its way back out, led by their wide receiver. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Brings up 3rd and 7.
Operating from the gun, Johnson.
That pass taken in by Burks.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. A strong pickup of 11 keeps their drive alive.
The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Another run for Brown on 2nd down.
Chase Brown
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. 3rd down and 13. Looking to throw. Johnson. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
4th down.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's a gain of 2.
They'll look to throw.
He'll drop this underneath for Genty. Now 2nd and 5.
To number 2, Ashton Genty. A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll set up to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw here.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. 2nd and 1. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
He'll find Genty out of the backfield. 2nd and a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
And with just over 40 seconds now remaining, he gets up and spikes it.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
That's good for a first down.
And he clocks it with just over 30 seconds left.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw.
They're throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Back to throw again. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over.
Result of the play is a turnover.
They go down to a knee, and the new campaign off to a good start. It's a win here in Week 1.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between week 1 and week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of this season.
So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get to stay home again next week.
Checking 18. Ready? Set. 70 Lion. Ready? Let's go now. 70 Timber. Let go. Ready? Cougar 19. Ready, Set it. Hawk 70. Set go. Let's go. Panther 60. Hush.